After 5 years of only knowing these people on the internet, I finally decided it was time to take a flight from Toronto, go to California, and meet all of my internet friends. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the experience and the little situation that happened for you guys who don't know. Before this video starts, I would just like to formally apologize to everyone that I didn't actually vlog the experience, but I want you guys to understand something, that I feel like if I were to vlog it, it wouldn't have made the experience as authentic or as, natural as it was. So I'd like to apologize that I didn't vlog it. I do have a couple clips from when I recorded on my phone that I'll probably throw in somewhere throughout this video, but there's not a lot. But I want to let you guys know that I do apologize for vlogging, but I want you guys to understand the reason why I didn't do it is because I wanted to experience it, and I didn't want to worry about recording or anything like that. I just wanted to have a good time, and that's exactly what happened. So to explain what went on this weekend for you guys who didn't know, most of you guys do know, you can tell from the title, I flew out from Toronto to Los Angeles to meet my longtime internet friend LosPollosTV and my other friends Kobe0802 and Chenzo. I actually didn't know Chenzo was going to be there, which was a very nice surprise because he's a very, very cool guy. All of these guys here that you guys see on the internet, Kobe, Los, Chenzo, all of these guys are some of the coolest people that you will meet in the community, and I can almost guarantee you that there was nothing weird or awkward about anything that happened. When we first met, it was almost like we knew each other for so long, which we did, but obviously knowing someone online and then knowing someone in person is two completely different things. But nothing was awkward at all. I didn't feel uncomfortable. I didn't feel out of place. I don't think any of them did either. It was just a natural, nice, genuine hangout with people who actually enjoyed each other's company. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the me and Los, history, because the reason why I flew out there was to meet Los. Obviously, Kobe and Chenzo were cool as well, but I've known Los the longest out of all of them. I've known Los for almost 5 years. It might actually be over 5 years. We've talked to each other, a lot. I've been on his streams. We played games together, and a lot of people thought that me and Los have actually met each other before. So a lot of people were like, wow, when I told people that I never met Los, and I told people that this was the first time I met Los, people didn't believe it. People thought that I was lying. People thought that I met Los before, but I've never met Los before. I've never had my passport. I never had enough money to actually go out and do something like this. And another thank you to you guys, because you guys made this, possible with the fact that you guys support the YouTube videos and stuff like that. And don't worry, I'm still going to be uploading 2K videos. I just wanted to address this in a video. So I flew out on Friday. I flew from Toronto to LA, and I got into the airport relatively late. You guys can probably hear some cop sirens in the background. I apologize for that. But I flew into LA, and I got there very, very, very late. Now, there was a little bit of a situation with the airport thing because Los didn't pick me up, but there was some miscommunication somewhere along the way, which this isn't really a big part of the story, but I will explain it a little bit for you guys who are wondering. I flew out to LA, I landed at the airport, and in the LAX, there's like a weird Uber system. If you guys live in Los Angeles, you probably know what I'm talking about. In Canada, they don't have this, so I was extremely confused. And keep in mind that when I go to the States, I don't have data because I don't have an American plan, obviously, and I'm not going to roam my data and spend hundreds of dollars in the US when I'm already going to be doing it regardless. So I didn't have data, so I was stuck there with no communication, and I had to basically call an Uber to a designated spot at the airport. And keep in mind that LAX is huge, and I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know where I'm from. You call an Uber and it just picks you up. There's no confusion about it. You call the Uber, you get in the Uber, and you go. But at the LAX, you have to call an Uber to a designated spot, take a shuttle bus to the designated spot, wait in line to get the Uber, show the code to the Uber, then take the Uber to where you want to go. And I didn't feel like dealing with that, and I originally asked Los to pick me up, but Los said he wasn't going to pick me up because he was going to be streaming, but he didn't stream. So that's the reason why there was a little bit of confusion there. I feel like I definitely overreacted in that situation, but that was a little part of the story, and that's what started off the weekend. The weekend started off terrible, I'm not going to lie. I was so angry at Los and in that whole situation that I was legit going to take a one-way trip back to Toronto and just call it a weekend, and I'm so glad I didn't. So eventually, after I want to say maybe an hour, 2 hours of waiting at LAX, they finally came and picked me up. And when we first originally met, I'm not kidding you, it was just normal. There was nothing, I wasn't second guessing anything, wow, this is real, whatever. It was just a couple of friends just hanging out. Like, it was crazy. Chenzo was in the car, Kobe was in the car, and Los was obviously in the car driving, picked me up from the airport, and we just started vibing. Obviously, we talked about the whole airport situation. We got past that, and things just were smooth sailing. We got to Los' apartment, and man, I can't even put this into words. Los' apartment is incredible. It is so nice. I can't even, like, you just have to see it to understand. Like, his apartment is so nice that it's unreal. And we got to his house, and we just started, we started relaxing. We started hanging out, had a couple drinks, sat down, talked about everything, talked about, life, and we talked about what it was like meeting each other for the first time. And it was honestly such a genuine experience. Like, we were all sitting in his living room, just straight up, just talking like we would be talking on the internet, except for it was in real life. And there's one thing I want to get across to you guys, and I don't want to sound like, I can't say the word, but like riding Los. Like, I don't want you guys to think that, because after meeting Los in real life, this goes for Chenzo, this goes for Kobe too. Those two guys are extremely cool. Kobe's one of the funniest people I've literally ever met in my entire life, and I'm not even joking. Chenzo's one of the most chillest dudes ever, and Los is just a good guy. Like, I don't really know how else to describe it. This guy is just overall a very, very nice dude. He doesn't do anything that really makes you like guess if someone's a genuine person, because I always knew Los was a nice guy, because I've been through situations before. You guys can still hear the cop sirens, and this is extremely annoying. But I've talked to Los before about personal things, and he's always been nice about it. But in real life, he's the exact same person. And I think a lot of the trolling and a lot of the hating, and I personally think that the internet is very, very harsh on Los. If you met him in real life, you would say the same thing. And the crazy thing is, Los isn't overweight. Los isn't short. I mean, he's not tall, but he's definitely not 5'4". I mean, obviously that's a joke, but Los isn't big. He isn't fat. He isn't short, and he's just overall a good guy. So the first day I got to LA, me, Chenzo, Kobe, we drank, we hung out a little bit, and we did some things, and we just overall had a good time. And then the second day was probably the most interesting day. I can't really talk about everything, because it's just things that you don't really talk about, off stream, and I'm not going to sit here and expose everything that happened. But my birthday was on the 12th. So my birthday was on the Saturday, and the Saturday, wait, I think it was on the Saturday. It might have been on the Sunday. I might have to double check here, but it was on the Sunday. So on the Sunday was probably the most interesting experience I've ever had in my entire life. Now, I've never had a birthday where like I've generally, had an amazing time. Like, I've had good birthdays before, don't get me wrong, but you guys have all had that one birthday where it's like, okay, we're never going to forget this birthday. And this birthday was exactly what it was. We had a couple drinks before we went out. We went out to the bar, and Los bought everybody so many shots. He paid for, my shots and stuff, and it was just overall such a great experience. I'll show you a clip here in the background of our little birthday celebration there, and you guys are gonna see this video. What is Kobe doing? Why did Kobe just shake his head like a blowfish? Like, what is going on there? But anyways, went out for my birthday. Kobe, or Los, he paid for the drinks, and he just, showed me a good time. We went downtown LA. I tried Chick-fil-A. I tried In-N-Out. Chick-fil-A, by the way, is probably one of the best fast food restaurants I've ever ate at my life. In-N-Out's good. I really enjoy In-N-Out. It was weird because in LA, when you go to In-N-Out, it's like this drive-through, and there's this random girl just sitting there with nothing in her hand, and she takes your order. I was so confused. Los and I were so confused that we thought that she was just trolling us. Like, we thought a random person was joking around and waiting in line at In-N-Out and taking people's orders, but she had nothing in her hand, and we told her order, and then it was actually what we wanted when we got to the window. It was the weirdest thing I've actually ever seen in my entire life. Like, I felt very uncomfortable. So I tried In-N-Out, I tried Chick-fil-A, we walked the downtown boardwalk, whatever that's called. We actually went to the gym. Los has a trainer, and that trainer is a very, very cool guy. Like, everybody I met this weekend, minus one person that I'm not going to really talk about, was an extremely cool and down-to-earth person. Like, when I think of Hollywood for being a Canadian, I think of everyone as kind of being like stuck up and thinking that they're better than everyone. I think it's kind of a stereotype. It might be true, I don't know, But when I went to Canada, when I was in Canada flying out to LA, that was in my mind. I'm like, most people I'm going to meet are going to be extremely stuck up. They're going to, think they're better than everyone else. But that wasn't the case at all. So after we went out to the bar and we had something to eat, we went to a couple places that I'm not going to touch on. And then eventually we got home and we streamed. So we went ahead and we streamed one of these days. And this is where the interesting event happened. So we streamed, and it was one of the most legendary moments in the 2K community. Me, Los, Chenzo, Kobe, all streaming in the same house and making something come to life that we waited 5 years for. So we started the stream, and then when the stream started, everything was going good. We were vibing. We had like 7,000 viewers. Everyone was having fun. I was generally having a very, very good time. Nothing was awkward. Everything was cool. And then all of a sudden, I see the chat, and they start spamming OVO's Instagram's hacked. And I'm like, okay, I didn't think much of it. Spammed a little bit. I ignored it. And then I saw it again, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to check my phone. I bring up my phone, my Instagram, and it says, you have been logged out from Instagram. And this guy two-stepped authorized, got past my Instagram and stole my Instagram account. Now, a lot of you guys are wondering, a lot of you guys have the questions on why we ended the stream, and the reason why we ended the stream is because there's a lot of things that I can't talk about on what this guy said he was going to do, and the fact that he hacked my Instagram account means that this guy may be capable of doing some other things. He threatened to take my YouTube, he threatened to take my Twitter, he leaked Kobe's number, some interesting messages were sent to Los, and it was just a very, very weird situation, and I apologize to anyone if we let you guys down with that stream. I still think it was a great time, and it would have been probably one of the most amazing streams within Los's, not his best stream, but one of his best streams for sure. Chenzo, Kobe, me, Los, all in the same stream. And I want to apologize to you guys for you guys who, watched the stream and how it ended. I just didn't want that to escalate, and I didn't want that to, become something bigger than it was, and it's unfortunate that that had to happen. I mean, it was on my birthday, and this guy decided to hack my Instagram and ruin a moment, but at the end of it all, we all got to experience it. I got to meet Los, Chenzo, Kobe, and you guys got to meet that firsthand, but I'm sorry the stream didn't get to turn out the way it did. I ultimately didn't get my Instagram back. I made a new one. If you guys want to follow that, it's at Phantuums IG. Ironically enough, as soon as I made that Instagram, the guy tried to take that account too, and I got sent 12 text messages resetting my password on my phone, and it's just sad, man. It's just sad. Some people want to go out of their way and ruin people's experience, ruin people's lives, not lives, but try to ruin people's lives, because he said that he was going to leak like nudes and racist things, which I'm not racist, by the way, but I have things on Instagram that if it got exposed, it would probably be a bad look on me for sure. I mean, all you guys do. If all you guys got your Instagrams exposed, I guarantee you there'd be some things in there that you'd be worried about getting exposing. But I never got my Instagram back. After the stream ended, we kind of sat down and we talked about it. I was really angry. I'm not going to lie. I was pissed. And I was just, worried that this guy was going to try to do something that was ultimately going to ruin my quote-unquote career. And I was, very concerned about that. But overall, one of the best weekends of my life, something I'll never forget. 5 years, we waited, finally met each other, and it was one of the most genuine and great experiences I've ever had in my life. Like, I don't go out much, and I don't really have many friends that I go out with, and the fact that I met my internet friends, we all clicked, we all vibed, and we all had an amazing weekend that will be something that will go down in the history books for whoever knows how long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll be back to the 2K uploads later today. I might double upload today or tomorrow, but thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys very much. 100K on the way. Thank you very much for watching, and okay, peace.